long as you can just suck up the information, and all of a sudden you go up to what's the name? You go, I know kung fu.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Bad news. Yep.
Oh, that's right. I was like, why isn't my hockey working?
Big job, huh? SCV ready. What's going on? Well, butter my biscuit.
Well, if we're in the Matrix and StarCraft is real life,
SCV ready.
then I'll probably be Minx. Minx, yeah. General Minx.
Huh? Go ahead. Big job. SCV ready. In the rear with the... Huh? Yep. SCV ready. Woo-hoo! Overtime. Bad news. Roger. SCV ready.
Fucking Anders.
Go ahead.
Mind-boggling thoughts.
SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. Bad news. SCV ready. You're the boss.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
What's going on? SCV ready. Big job, huh?
This better be good.
SCV ready.
Got something for me to kill. Got from above. Let's do this.
SCV ready.
Fair enough. Agreed. Oh yeah, baby.
SCV ready.
I'm listening. Certainly. Done. On the way.
Ah! You scared me. In the rear with the gear.
Fear the Reaper, man.
SCV ready. Huh?
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Bad news. Roger. Go ahead. What's going on? Will do.
What? You want something? On. Fair enough. Yes, indeed.
SCV ready.
Bailings, Bailings.
Want some?
Well, butter my biscuit. SCV ready. Go ahead. In the rear with the gear.
Reporting for action.
Add-on complete.
Armed and ready.
Command center upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete.
Huh?
We have you on screen. Easy. Perfect. As you say.
Bad news. Big job. What's going on? Ah! SCV ready.
Yes, sir. Flight plan is locked.
Go ahead. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. Bad news. Ah! You scared me. SCV ready.
Of course, we read you. Moving into position. Initiating.
SCV ready.
Incoming orders.
Who called in the fleet?
Of course. All hands to battle stations.
SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. Big job, huh? SCV ready. It's a trap.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Who called in the fleet?
Base is under attack.
In the rear. Go ahead. Good job, huh? Go ahead. Big job, huh?
It's a trap.
What's going on? Woo-hoo! Go ahead. Ah! You scared me!
Mineral field depleted.
Big job, huh? In the rear. Bad news. Will do, huh? In the rear. Ready to raise some hell. Ready to raise some hell. Talk to me, boss. What's going on? Bad news? Big job, huh? Huh? Go ahead. Are you ready for this? Ready to raise some hell.
Mineral field
Ready to raise some hell. Light it up. I'm waiting on you.
Let's go.
Command center upgrade complete.
I'm in a heap of trouble. Right on.
add-on complete.
Ah! You scared me! SCV ready. Word.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Crown the king.
Hey, what up? What was it, green? Oh, he fucked up.
SCV ready. What's the story? Got any extra firepower? Some on fire. Pedal to the metal. SCV ready. Light it up.
He's over here at the top.
What's going on? SCV ready. Yeah. Go ahead. Ah! You scared me. Talk to me, boss. Get some. I'm in a heap of trouble. SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
What's big job, huh? Bad news? Go ahead. Huh? You're the boss. Ah! And the big job, huh?
Systems go.
SCV ready.
Well,
SCV ready.
Game paused.
Bro, yeah, I'm gonna go take out that hatchery right now with the cyclones.
Game resumed.
You're quite a nuisance, inmate.
let's go kill something. Adjusting
Mineral field depleted.
Okay. This ought to be good.
Here's the base right there.
Cyclone en route.
Research complete.
Open into position. Oh, I'll get there. Nothing'll stop me.
It's a trap.
In gear. I get you. Channel earball. Well? Get that target in mind. Cyclone en route. Adjusting for new coordinates. No. Comms open. In gear.
Boy is here.
I get you. Open into position.
Yeah.
Ready for dust off. Picking up or dropping off.
Bad news? What's going on?
Cyclone receiving.
Touching you in the rear.
Mineral field depleted.
Ah!
Mineral field depleted.
Oh, I'll get there.
Ready for dust off.
Nothing'll stop me.
Boy is here. Yo. Huh?
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Adjusting for
Vespine geyser. Mineral field depleted.
I get you.
Mineral field depleted.
Got a target in mind. Moving into position.
What's going? Bad news? Big job in the rear with the gear. Roger. Big job, huh? Bad news? Go ahead.
Did my barracks die?
Cyclone
Add-on complete.
You got coordinates?
Mineral field command center upgrade complete.
In gear.
SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted.
I getcha. Cyclone receding.
SCV ready.
Ready for dust off.
Alright, let's distract them.
Confirmed.
4 is here. Take her home. SCV ready.
Let's get a command center. Let's get a base while we go and attack.
Bad news? Sure thing.
Ready for dust off.
SCV ready. Yep.
Talk. Where's the emergency?
Ah! You scared me. SCV ready.
Now what? Acknowledged. Will do, Command. Life flight's here. Ready for pickup.
Come and fight me.
Understood.
I'm heavy metal. Eat hard lead.
Let's go. ETA. Life flight's here.
Come and fight me. I hear you. Huh? Yeah. What's going on? Yeah. Come and fight me.
Oh, no, don't do that. You don't know. It's not the good thing to do with doors.
Is here. Yeah. Come and fight me.
Waiting on you.
Big job, huh?
Now what? Picking up. Where's the emergency? In.
Add-on complete.
I'm heavy metal.
Nuclear missile.
Life flight's here.
You got coordinates or what? Moving into position.
Now what?
Ready to plunder. Go ahead. Huh?
Comms open. Channel's clear, boss.
Talk to me. Loud and clear. Confirmed. Picking up.
4 is here. Feel the thunder. Ready to plunder.
Got it. This ought to be. Show me who you want to die. Channel's clear, boss.
4 is here.
Show me who you want to die.
Fight me.
Mineral field depleted.
Ah! You scared me. I hear you.
Let's go
Research
Vikings now.
complete.
In the rear with the gear. What's going on? Hit me.
Picking up or dropping off?
This ought to be good.
Heavy measure. Right.
Target in mind.
Ghost reporting.
Moving into position. Nothing will stop me.
Ready to plunder. Yeah, come and fight me. Hammer off the gas. Got something for me? Yeah. Solo operative, right? Ghost reporting.
Mineral field depleted.
Talk to me.
Mineral field depleted.
Ready to plunder.
Light flight here. Waiting on you. Where's the emergency?
Command center upgrade.
Ghost reporting. Solo. Nothing to it. Deploying. Confirmed. Boy is here. Give me the sit rep. Go. You sure about that?
Okay. Got a lot of Vikings I'm gonna use.
Systems ready to plunder. Ready to plunder.
Vespine.
Let's get to it. Inbound.
Mineral field depleted.
Bad news? Huh? I'm going.
Your forces are mineral field depleted. Nuclear missile ready.
Come again. SCV ready.
Mineral field. Command center upgrade complete.
Made for battle. Certainly.
Mineral field depleted.
Try Ravens.
Can't hold them alone. Very well. Victory. SCV ready. All right.
Nuclear missile ready.
Feel that dance. Good. Transformation systems primed. Out with it. Fight or flight. Yeah, right. SCV ready.
Your forces are under attack.
Babe, you ready for war? I'm heavy man. Ready to break. Can't hold them alone. SCV ready. Tuned up, ready to go. Okay, baby. SCV ready. Speak up. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. Right? Solo operative, right? Nothing to it. Queued up, ready to go. Ready to raise some hell. You sure about that? Ready to raise some hell. Go. Copy that. I'm on it. Okay. Got something for me? Out with it.
Command center upgrade complete.
Solo operative. Yeah, come and fight me. It's heating up out here. Here we waiting on you. You sure about that? Solo.
Nuclear missile ready.
Copy that. Lay it on. Give me this. Got no. Out with it. Nothing to it. Deploying.
Awaiting orders. Right away.
Vespine Geyser exhausted.
Uh-huh.
Scanning back command. Commencing immediately.
Mineral field depleted.
Understood. Red Raven online.
Coming. Ready to plunder. Will? Huh? In the rear. Go ahead. You sure about that?
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready. What's that?
Awaiting.
Ready to plunder. I'm in a heap of trouble. Cooks. SCV ready. Ready to plunder. SCV ready.
No, no, what? No GG? Oh, you thought you were gonna win is what happened, huh?
Ghost reporting.
Right away.
Confidence.
Order acknowledged.
Ready to plunder.
Command. Immediate state your request. Awaiting orders.
Go armor and attack upgrades? Yeah. I'll tell you in a second.
This vessel will comply.
Ready to plunder.
Understood. Systems prime.
Ready to plunder.
Command authority registered. Order acknowledged. Immediately.
Okay. Alright, so let's say I'm let's see here. You got a big guy, right? And you got a little guy. You could easily beat him up because you're really big. Bigger, smaller. This bigger guy should be able to beat up this smaller guy. All right? Because that's like upgrades. You get upgrades, you get stronger, technically you're a bigger guy. And then you got the little guy right there. Doesn't have upgrades, isn't big. So what does the little guy have to do to the big guy? Because obviously there's a difference in power. You have to be adaptive. You have to have a lot of agility. You have to think on your feet and be very fast and nimble against them because they're bigger, but they're slower because they're bigger. So they want to get bigger, they're going to get a little slower, and as they're getting slower, I can be a little more agile and be able to, be the David against the Goliath in many cases. So I'd rather have my brain, understand how to adapt in this situation. Because if I teach my brain to adapt in this situation as the big guy, then I'm not going to be understanding how to be very agile. I'm not going to understand how to be witty. I'm not going to understand how to be strategic. I'm only going to know how to ground and pound you. I know how to use my hands and destroy you.
You have my curiosity.
And so which
Now you have my
which one would you rather have your brain learn? This method or this method? Of course, everybody would say I want to win. So if I want to win, I go for this one. But is it the winning that's important? For some people, it is. For others, it's just another experience when you're winning. You either win or you lose, or sometimes you win and you lose. There's different ways of seeing it, but a lot of people just look at the win because of the ego. So they want the win, they get the power, and then they try to win. The only problem is they never exercise this side of the the experience. So by challenging myself to not upgrade against Goliaths that upgrade, it's helping me learn how to be very adaptive. But at the same time, when I understand how to be adaptive and then I get upgrades, like I said, when I get upgrades and I know how to do this stuff, you know how strong I am compared to my fellow under person that just relies on strength. So it's not exactly, you know, it's more of the learning that I'm doing when you don't see me upgrade. I'm growing as a player, and it's taking me longer to win, or sometimes I lose because I don't do that upgrade. And because I lose, instead of saying I need upgrades to beat them, my brain says, what else can we do to try to get ahead? And it's not the upgrades are not even that's a distraction for me. Don't even think about the upgrades. How do we do this without losing? What do we do different? You know? And the answer is not upgrades. So it could be upgrades, yeah, but you don't want it to be. So your brain will figure it out. It'll find something else to do during other tasks to be able to achieve what we couldn't do because we don't have the strength. Have little trees right there. Yeah. What else sneaks? So I know it's counterproductive sometimes to what some people's goals are, which is to win, win, win. But sometimes you have to lose first to win. It's, it's, you got to lose something to appreciate something so you can get it. But if you just win, 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 don't even appreciate it, and you don't even think why or whatnot, it's because you're doing it too easily and you're not appreciating the game and you're not getting the most of it. But I don't know. That's why I don't upgrade. I get stronger and more agile if I don't upgrade. If I do upgrade, it's because I already understood the build. I got everything I need, and now all I need is my upgrades at the end of the day, But until I figure out the build, I won't do the upgrade. There's no reason to. I don't know if I'm going to need that money for something else that would be better than an upgrade at that point, But yeah, painting with flow. Yeah, there's always a reason. It's not always, it's usually not the reason of winning right now. It's usually the winning later. Because I always say it's a loss today is a win tomorrow. You lose today, you learn. You win tomorrow from your learnings. You take both of them, and you don't just always want to win, win, win. That's not how life works. It's how your ego works. What was Ravens twin? Exactly. Let's go. Let's find out what happened. I do like to play the long game. I like to play StarCraft and its environment. I guess because of StarCraft 1, right? So at StarCraft 1, we were battling in our StarCraft 1 because we don't have all these easier ways to get a big army. So we would have battles here, battles there, battles. It was episodes. It would take forever sometimes. In StarCraft 2, it's a little quicker. Sometimes you win them quicker, but I think a lot of people have the misconception that I'm not a macro player because I win too early, or a lot of my games end early. It's not the case. I love macro. It's just that they can't live long enough for the macro game if I'm doing a certain build right. And so then I try to lean back on the build and try to find ways to have them live long enough. But at the same time, I change my patterns too. So But a lot of people think that I don't know macro because, or I don't like macro because I'm an early aggressor. It's not the case. I like to be early aggressor into macro. I would love an early aggression all the way through an hour game. You know, it's like, dude, that was an hour game, yeah, but that shit felt like 2 hours because it was action packed from the beginning to the end. Somehow, you know, it's not like a 20 minutes. It was nobody doing nothing until they got half the map each, and then all of a sudden there's battles. I like just grinding all the way up till whatever time it takes. Just like this game, you know? And patience is important because patience is what a lot of people don't have in StarCraft. They don't like to get to late game because they don't practice it enough. They don't want to practice it enough. It takes longer to get up the ranks anyways. So why even do it? Just get 3 bases, 2 bases, and just win. And consider that macro. At least the lower levels consider that macro. They think, you know, they don't understand what really macro play is. They think macro is just get a lot of bases, get a big army, and attack and kill. It's not what macro is. Macro is methodical and very, you know, art of war. Attack here, attack there, scrimmages here. You're not expecting to kill them right off the bat. You're expecting a long-winded battle. That's macro. The expectation of that. People don't have that expectation a lot. A lot of people, their expectation is I gotta get a lot of money, so I beat them in workers, and then I beat them. I get a big army and kill them. That's my expectation. That's what a lot of people's expectations are. That's what macro for a lot of people are. I get more money than you, and then I get a big army and I kill you. So that makes me a macro player. Yeah. So you did macro, and then of course you got the overlords. I didn't do very good on my liberators this time. Not as much as I expected, but then again, I'm experiencing different ways of utilizing them and seeing what's good and what's not. So I ran into a spore crawler, I think, with one of them. Then the other one got shot down by the queens. So I'll be more conservative next time with them. Or go overlord hunting. I don't know. I might go overlord hunting during this time. Oh, you know what I could do? I could go look for their overlords technically. I can, if they do have patches anywhere in their base, I'll go with my barracks and scout for it, because I don't need a scout for the spire. I know it's coming most of the time. My build comes a little quicker, or at least the harass part comes a little quicker than the spire. So if the barracks can spot for the overlord patch, I can go with my Vikings. I could do double Vikings instead of double liberators, and then I can go hunt the overlords as many as I can while I get the, you know, I gotta explore, but I'm probably gonna try that a little bit and the liberators a little bit and see what I like to do, because like I said, this is only a harassing technique. This isn't like I'm trying to kill the guy. I'm going BC try to kill him. No, I'm trying to go in there and just poke him, harass, keep the drones count low. You know, just mess with them. Mess with this. Just bug them. See how I'm bugging them with the overlords here and there. Now this one I didn't kill this overlord because I was gonna go and attack zone here and zone here, but there was a spore right here, which is good on his part. I didn't see that spore. So as I was setting up right here for a zone, he was already did win. So that's something I gotta practice on, right? I have to be more watchful of my liberators, and you know, he was on it. He has spores in different spots. Bane Ling, so you can't get in there with Hellions, because then the Balings will get you with the Hellions. The Lings are just there just to mess with the Marines and the Marine Bio. So he's got everything figured out. It upgrades. And I got my BC right here though. That part right there was what I was gonna try to go for. Maybe on this map, what I'm gonna do is Liberator Zone this area, and then Liberator Zone this area. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe Liberator Zone this area, and then right here Liberator Zone this area, That way I have control on the main base, and I have a little bit of, you know, denial on another. That's if they're making a base right here. If they make it over on the other side, well, it is what it is, right? That's what the Hellions are for next. Try to go harass them while they switch to corruptors or mutas. Usually corruptors. They usually switch to corruptors, which is why the Hellions work pretty good. But we still have this to worry about, so that's what the Hellions are there to shrink up some of this, because this will eventually try to take out your command centers. If you have a PF here, he'll take it out with Bailings and Lings, which he has right here. He'll be like, what do I do with these units? I need to trade them. Okay, I'll just make Bailings and crush his PF. So you gotta be mindful for that. Taking out the queens are very important. I like to take out as many queens as I can in the early game, because that's going to keep the crete spread from going too big, the injects from being too cray cray. It's going to like force them to have to make more queens, which is going to slow down the tech, if you wanted to, you know, but yeah, so we gotta. Because I know I'm not going to be able to kill all this stuff with a BC. I took out that layer down. There goes his corruptors. There goes the Bailings that he wants to use, remember? He's got to use them. Now he's probably going to run by. He wanted to run by and get all the SCVs, since this is broken now. But my Hellions. So I got the 2 BCs harassing over here while I'm over here killing some of these drones with the Hellions. Then I have a lot of money, usually money to spare. I did start thinking about this where I was like, oh, you know what? Since I'm hiding the fusion core, since I'm hiding it, I should just make a command center here. Since I keep having to make a lot of command centers, I might as well just make this one and then eventually get this one and this one. So that was my thought process on this base right here. Since I'm hiding the fusion core, I'm like, well, might as well just make it here. I'm gonna map them. I'm gonna take a late game anyway. I'm gonna have that base. Should be decent. So I come over here. He's got to run by that. These Hellbats are doing pretty good. That's going to force him into Roaches or Hydras, because he's not going to want to contest Hellbats with Lings. And then the Bailings are too gas heavy for him to invest on if he wants to invest in like Hydras and Festers and all that stuff, because in the gas, you know, management. He's trying to drone. So he's trying to make bases and drone. If he had the income, he'd definitely have like the way of just droning all these and just getting a big bank. But as long as he keeps droning and making hatcheries and losing his drones and making more hatcheries, and it's slowing down his economy, and he's not going to be able to have this big army that they're used to. They're used to having a big, you know, a lot of bases. They're just not used to not having money. So I'm trying to practice on just nipping them. I put the little widow mines here just so that, yeah, even that you're quite a nuisance in right there. He's already feeling it. He's like, oh, you're a pain in the ass, aren't you? And he's doing good though. He's macroing, doing everything. Every time I take a base, he macros. I go over there, take out this. Boom. Cool down. I set up right here real quick. And then I'm traveling again. I saw that Overlord from this area, so I was like, oh, I might kill it. And luckily I saw this one afterwards. So keeping his vision out, since if I could, I'll take his vision out, because they get comfortable. As long as they can see half the map, they're not as worried. But with all the queens dying, he wasn't able to like creep so much. And we got the, you know, cyclones, mag field, in and out. Then we got the Thor drops, right? So he's over here. We're just being very mobile. We're gonna go send a nice good like just a move unit over here to give him some harass, and then we're gonna drop some right here, just one, because he made one right here. So we're gonna use the other two over here just to make sure he splits up. We're trying to make sure he splits in like 3-4 different ways when he's not expecting to have to. So now he's got to split here, he's gonna split here, and he's got to split here. And guess what? He A moves. Zergs are very used to A moving. Even if it's control groups, it's still A move most of the time. Oh, that hurt right there. Oh, that Thor's taking out that hatchery. Yeah, that was pretty good. Alright, so these are the Widowmine Thor harass. And then try to chop him down here with the tanks and the oh, I didn't get tanks yet. I want to get tanks after. I guess that's the next one. Here I was going to hit the sides, hit 2 places. This time with Widowmines in case it was a lot of lings. I can pick them up. He's running out of income. He keeps making bases, he keeps trying to make drones, but he keeps losing them. And we got the lings coming. Lings are good against doors. That's the Widowmines are really good, or Hellions are really good at. Oh. So now we got the ghost. The good. The Widowmine's over here pissing him off too, I'm sure. We did get that. I was a few seconds off. He got me good right here. I was thinking of going back up, but I didn't think he was so close. But he did try to snag me. Crease spread killing. Distracting him too, making sure he's running around looking for his red dot. So I give him another distraction here. I come in with a Thor attack while I go in with the Vikings. I figured I'd come in, take out some of his tech, and split him up. I didn't want to lose my army just in case, so I wanted to pull back and get my tanks, and that way I can come in with a nice good tank Thor attack since I noticed that he was getting a lot of Hydras. Staying away from the creep. Trying to hide through the creep. Yeah. Hey, dead. No GG.